The stars above shimmered like distant fires as the human ship Horizon cut through the void. Inside, the crew was tense, each person feeling the weight of the mission ahead. Earth had received a desperate message from a colony on the edge of explored space. The transmission was short, but clear. We are under attack. Our defenses are failing. Please help us. The United Earth Council had debated for days before sending anyone. The alien force attacking the colony was unlike anything humans had faced. Their weapons were fast and precise, their ships massive, and their tactics ruthless. Many council members feared sending aid would mean losing more lives than saving. Despite the council's hesitations, a small team volunteered. These humans were chosen because they had survived Earth's deadliest environments. They were not ordinary soldiers. They were the ones who thrived where others would fail. Among them was Milo, a survival expert who had spent years navigating frozen wastelands and scorching deserts. Beside him was Lara, a tactical strategist whose mind could turn impossible situations into victories. The rest of the team included engineers, medics, and pilots, each skilled in their field. Milo leaned against the console, looking at the star maps. "The colony is far," he said, his voice calm but serious. "And the aliens are already here. We have to move fast and smart." Lara nodded, her eyes scanning the reports from the colony. "We don't just fight with weapons," she said. "We fight with our minds and our ability to adapt. That's what they won't expect." The Horizon entered the outer edge of the colony's sector. Through the ship's windows, the team saw signs of destruction. Cities that should have been glowing with life were dark and broken. Smoke rose from crumbling towers. Fires burned in streets that once had children laughing and markets filled with people. A communications officer spoke up. "Milo, Lara, we are receiving another message from the colony. It's short and fragmented. They are trapped in underground shelters. The aliens control the surface. They cannot fight back effectively." Milo frowned. "We need to reach them before it's too late. If the aliens consolidate their control, there may be nothing left to save." The crew gathered in the strategy room. Screens displayed images from the colony, damaged buildings, alien machines moving in formation, and frightened humans hiding in tunnels. The sight was grim, but it strengthened the team's resolve. Lara tapped her fingers on the table. "We need to think differently. We cannot meet them on their terms. We have to use the environment, the terrain, everything the colony offers. We have to make it work for us, not against us." Milo nodded. "We survived Earth's death worlds. Freezing tundras, desert wastelands, volcanic plains. Nothing out there can kill us if we use what we know. This colony may be trapped, but the land around it can become our weapon." The team began planning. Maps were studied carefully. The rocky cliffs surrounding the colony could serve as natural barriers. Underground caves could provide cover. Ravines could be used to trap alien vehicles. Every feature of the landscape became part of their strategy. A pilot named Rena checked the ship's supplies. "We have weapons, yes, but we also have tools for survival. We can move silently, set traps, and use the terrain. The aliens won't expect it. They rely on speed and power, but we rely on adaptability. That's our edge." The humans made final preparations. Medics packed their kits, engineers checked equipment, and Milo went over survival gear. Each member of the team felt the tension, but also a growing sense of purpose. This was what they were trained for. This was why humans from Earth's harshest worlds had earned the name Deathworlders. As the Horizon descended toward the colony, alarms blared. The alien forces had noticed the ship. Defense drones zipped through the air, scanning the landscape for intruders. The team tightened their grips on controls and weapons. Every second counted. Milo looked at the approaching danger and smiled slightly. "They think they can intimidate us. They don't know humans. We survive where others die. And now, we're here to show them why. Lara placed a hand on his shoulder. Let's make sure the colony sees hope again. That's why we're here. And hope is stronger than any weapon they have. The Horizon plunged into the atmosphere, its engines roaring as it fought against alien fire. The crew felt the heat, the tension, and the danger surrounding them. But fear did not take hold. Every human on board knew that they were not ordinary. They had faced the impossible before and survived. They would do it again, and this time, they would bring hope to a colony on the brink of annihilation. Above them, the alien war machines moved with deadly precision. Below, the broken city waited. And between them, the humans prepared to turn the impossible into a battlefield where adaptability, courage, and skill would be the ultimate weapons. The Horizon shuddered as it pierced through the thick atmosphere of the colony's planet. Milo gripped the edge of the console, feeling the vibrations of the ship. Outside, the land stretched in jagged ridges and barren plains. Smoke rose from distant cities, marking the paths of destruction left by the alien forces. The humans inside the ship exchanged serious glances. There was no time to waste. Prepare for landing, Lara ordered. Her voice was calm, but every word carried authority. Engineers ran through checklists while pilots adjusted thrusters to find the safest route down. Every second mattered. The aliens had already taken control of the main roads and the skies above. Any mistake could be fatal. The landing zone was a cracked plain surrounded by rocky cliffs. It offered some cover, but the humans knew it was only a temporary advantage. As the ship touched down, dust and debris rose in clouds, obscuring the view outside. Milo and the team grabbed their equipment, checking weapons, survival kits, and communication devices. Stay alert, Milo said, scanning the horizon. The aliens are everywhere. We move quietly and carefully. No unnecessary risks. The team exited the horizon, moving in tight formation. The air was heavy with smoke and ash, carrying the scent of burning metal and scorched earth. Crumbled buildings cast long shadows, hiding potential threats. Every step felt like walking into a trap. Rena, the pilot, pointed to the ruined streets. We need to reach the shelters where the colonists are hiding. They said the aliens control the surface. We cannot fight them head-on, at least not yet. Lara nodded, studying the terrain. We use the environment. Every ruined building, every canyon, every tunnel can work for us. We make the aliens fight on our terms, not theirs. The team moved cautiously through the streets, noticing signs of life. Scrawled messages on walls and scraps of supplies hinted at the desperate state of the colonists. Milo paused at a corner, noticing footprints in the dust. They are fresh, he said. People are still here. We are not too late. A sudden sound made the group freeze. Alien patrol drones hovered above a nearby street, scanning for movement. Milo signaled for everyone to drop into the shadows. The drones passed without noticing them, their mechanical sensors failing to detect the humans moving silently among the ruins. Once the danger passed, the team continued, guiding the colonists' frightened children and adults through hidden paths. Milo and Lara led them toward an abandoned underground facility that could serve as a temporary base. The colonists moved hesitantly, eyes wide with fear, but the humans' confidence and calm presence gave them hope. Inside the facility, the group gathered to assess the situation. Screens and maps showed the positions of alien forces and damaged areas of the colony. Engineers worked quickly to repair communication equipment, allowing Milo and Lara to receive more updates from the trapped population. A colonist, an older man named Jaren, spoke up. The aliens have everything under control on the surface. They destroy, take, and patrol constantly. We cannot fight them. You cannot stop them. His voice trembled, but there was a flicker of curiosity in his eyes. Milo knelt to meet him at eye level. We are not ordinary humans, he said. We come from worlds that are harder than this one. We survive where others fail. That is why we are here. We will help you, but you must trust us. Jaren hesitated, then nodded slowly. The colonists began to gather around, listening as Milo and Lara explained their plan. They would use the terrain to their advantage, avoid direct confrontation, and strike in ways the aliens could not predict. The humans emphasized skill, cunning, and knowledge of the environment as their greatest weapons. Lara drew a map of the surrounding area. "We will set traps in the cliffs," she said. "We will use tunnels for cover. We will hit supply lines and retreat before they can respond. Every small victory matters. We can turn this planet against them." The colonists watched in awe. They had seen humans before, but never like this. Milo and Lara's calm confidence and detailed planning gave them hope. For the first time in weeks, fear began to be replaced with determination. Outside, alien forces continued their patrols. War machines moved slowly through destroyed streets, unaware of the humans preparing below. Milo and his team knew time was short. They had to act before the aliens reinforced their positions or discovered the colony's hidden shelters. As night fell, the humans set up observation posts on high cliffs, scanning for enemy movement. Milo adjusted his equipment, noting the patrol patterns and weaknesses in the alien approach. Lara organized small teams to set traps and safe routes for colonists. Every action was precise, every decision calculated. Milo looked at the colony from a distance, the ruined streets glowing faintly under the moonlight. "They think this planet is lost," he said softly. "They think the colonists are doomed. But they do not know what humans from Deathworlds can do. We are not just survivors. We adapt, we endure, and we strike back when the time is right." The team settled in for the night, resting only enough to maintain vigilance. Every human knew the coming days would test them in ways no training could fully prepare them. Yet, despite the danger and uncertainty, there was a spark of hope. The humans were here, and hope could change everything. The first light of dawn crept over the jagged cliffs surrounding the colony. Milo climbed to the top of a rocky ridge, scanning the landscape through his binoculars. From this height, he could see the alien war machines moving slowly across the plains. They were powerful, but predictable. Their heavy armor and reliance on direct attacks made them vulnerable in certain areas. Milo's lips curled into a faint smile. The humans had survived far worse than this. Lara joined him, carrying a map of the colony and the surrounding terrain. "We know their patrol patterns now," she said. "They rely on speed in open spaces. If we force them into narrow passes and caves, we can control the fight." Milo nodded. "We are not just survivors," he said. "We are Deathworlders. Earth's harshest places trained us to adapt. This planet may seem extreme to them, but it is our playground." The team moved carefully, placing traps in strategic locations. Engineers rigged the rocky cliffs with nets and explosives, while Milo led small groups through tunnels and ravines to create hidden ambush points. The colonists watched in awe as the humans turned the familiar but harsh landscape into a defensive advantage. One colonist, a young woman named Sira, asked, "How can such small forces fight those huge machines?" Milo crouched beside her. "Strength is not always measured by size or firepower. We use what they cannot understand. We move silently, strike smartly, and vanish before they can respond. The planet itself fights with us." By midday, the first test came. An alien scout unit moved near the cliffs, searching for signs of human activity. Milo signaled the team. Nets dropped from above, snagging the scout vehicles. Small explosives disabled their engines without causing unnecessary damage to the surrounding area. The aliens were taken completely by surprise. "See," Milo said quietly as the team regrouped. "They do not expect humans to use the environment like this. They think only in direct force. We think in survival, in adaptation, in advantage. The colonists began to assist, learning from Milo and the team. They helped set traps, guided humans through hidden paths, and provided information about areas the aliens avoided. For the first time, hope took root in their hearts. They began to believe that survival was possible, and even victory. As evening approached, Lara gathered the team. "Every move we make must be calculated," she said. "We are not here to fight endlessly. Each strike weakens them, each ambush slows them down. The aliens are not used to fighting this way. We can turn the tide without a single frontal attack." Milo checked his gear one last time. "This is what being a Deathworlder means," he said. "We thrive in places that kill others. We see danger as opportunity. That is why we survive when others fall." The night brought more challenges. Alien patrols increased, sensing that something was different. Milo and Lara guided the humans through shadows and caves, using hand signals and whispers. Explosives disabled alien vehicles, while careful noise and light misdirection sent patrols away from key areas. The team moved with precision, leaving no trace behind. At one point, a young colonist stumbled and fell, drawing the attention of an alien drone. Milo reacted instantly, throwing a small device that created a smoke screen. The drone's sensors failed, and it moved away, leaving the humans and colonist unharmed. The group continued, hearts pounding but spirits unbroken. By dawn, the humans had not only survived the first day of active engagement but had also gained valuable intelligence. They knew the alien weaknesses, patrol routes, and favored positions. The colony, once on the verge of despair, now had a fighting chance. Ciro looked at Milo and Lara. "You really can survive anywhere," she said. "Even against these aliens." Milo smiled. "It is not about strength alone. It is about using what you have, knowing your environment, and never giving up. That is what makes humans from Death Worlds different. That is why we endure." Lara added, "We will not just survive. We will show the aliens that they cannot conquer what they do not understand. They think power is enough. They are wrong." The alien commanders watched from a distance, puzzled by the humans' tactics. Their advanced technology could not predict or counter the clever traps, the careful ambushes, or the colonists' sudden confidence. For the first time, the invaders felt unease. Their arrogance, based on overwhelming force, began to crack. Milo looked over the cliffs at the alien forces. "This is only the beginning," he said. "Tomorrow, we strike again, smarter and stronger. The colony is not lost, and the aliens will learn what it means to face humans from Earth's deadliest worlds." The humans settled in for the night, alert but confident. They had turned the planet's harshness into their greatest weapon. The aliens had underestimated them, and that mistake would soon cost them everything. In the darkness, the humans knew one truth. Survival was not just about resisting attack, it was about using every advantage, adapting to every challenge, and never allowing fear to take hold. On this planet, humans were not just alive, they were unstoppable. The sun rose over the jagged plains, casting long shadows across the broken city. Milo and Lara stood on a ridge, surveying the movement of alien war machines below. Today would be the first day of active strikes. The humans were ready, their traps set and their plans in place. Every member of the team moved with purpose, knowing that each small victory mattered. "Remember," Milo said, turning to the team, "we are not here to fight directly. We are here to weaken them. Every ambush, every trap, every disruption counts. Patience and precision are our weapons." Lara nodded. "And the colonists are with us now. They see what we can do. Their courage is growing. That matters as much as any weapon." The first target was a supply convoy moving along a narrow canyon. Engineers had rigged boulders and small explosives in hidden positions along the cliffs. Milo led the team to observation points, waiting for the perfect moment. As the convoy entered the canyon, Lara gave the signal. With a rumble and crash, boulders tumbled down, blocking the path and crushing the first vehicles. Explosives went off in precise sequence, disabling the rest of the convoy without harming the surrounding terrain. The aliens were caught off guard, their advanced machines powerless in the narrow canyon. Milo grinned. "They rely on power and speed," he said. "We rely on thinking and the land itself. That is our advantage." The colonists watched from hidden tunnels, their eyes wide with amazement. Jaren, the older man who had doubted the humans before, now nodded with quiet respect. "They really are different," he said. "They use the planet itself as a weapon." Over the next few hours, the team moved through the colony, guiding small groups of colonists to safety and disrupting alien patrols. Every encounter was carefully planned. They left no trace of their presence, striking quickly and vanishing before the aliens could respond. A group of colonists, inspired by the humans, began helping set simple traps and hide supplies. Even small children carried messages and warnings through the tunnels, keeping everyone informed. Hope spread through the colony like sunlight breaking through dark clouds. By midday, the aliens began to notice that their supply lines were under attack. They sent faster patrols and tried to predict the humans' next move, but every action was anticipated. Milo and Lara had studied their patterns, using every weakness to their advantage. "Every victory counts," Lara reminded the team. "Even if it is small, it matters. The aliens do not understand how humans from Deathworlds fight. We survive in impossible conditions. They do not." In one daring move, Milo led a strike team to disable an alien communication tower. The structure was heavily guarded, but the humans used a network of hidden paths and underground tunnels to reach it undetected. Within minutes, the tower was offline, cutting off communication between the alien forces in the colony. The aliens were confused, their coordination faltering. The colonists cheered quietly from their shelters. Fear was giving way to confidence. They saw that humans could challenge even the strongest enemy and survive. Children who had huddled in corners now carried supplies and helped relay information. Adults who had hidden in terror now prepared defenses and supported the human team. Milo looked at the progress and felt a surge of pride. "This is why we are here," he said. "Not just to fight, but to inspire. The colony is not lost, and neither is hope. The aliens cannot break that." By evening, the first major strike of the humans and colonists had been completed. Alien patrols were disrupted, supplies destroyed, and communication weakened. The enemy was beginning to hesitate, unsure of how to respond to the unexpected tactics. Lara gathered the team and the colonists in a safe shelter. "Today we showed them that humans are not predictable. We showed them that Earth's Deathworlders survive where others fail. Tomorrow, we continue. Each strike makes them weaker, each move brings us closer to reclaiming the colony." Milo added, "Remember, it is not about glory or power. It is about endurance, adaptation, and courage. That is what makes humans different. That is why we survive. That is why we will prevail." Outside, the alien forces regrouped, trying to recover from the sudden and unexpected attacks. Their advanced technology had failed to predict the humans' strategy, and they began to rethink their approach. Milo and Lara watched silently, knowing that the aliens' hesitation was the first real sign of human advantage. As night fell, the humans set watchposts and continued to coordinate with the colonists. The first small victories had been won, but the battle was far from over. Yet for the first time, the colony felt the spark of hope, and the humans knew that the spark could grow into something unstoppable. Milo looked over the darkened city, feeling the weight of responsibility and the promise of what lay ahead. "The aliens thought this world was theirs," he said quietly. "They are about to learn that humans do not just survive. We endure, we adapt, and we fight back in ways they cannot imagine." The night was quiet, but the humans knew that tomorrow would bring more challenges. They were ready. And the colony, inspired by the courage of Earth's Deathworlders, was ready to. The first light of the day barely touched the jagged ridges when alarms sounded across the colony. Alien war machines moved in formation, faster and larger than before. They had gathered reinforcements and elite troops, preparing a massive counterattack to crush the humans and the colonists once and for all. Milo and Lara stood atop a ridge, watching the approaching force. The sight was daunting, but fear did not grip them. They had faced impossible odds before. Their advantage lay in preparation, strategy, and the unique skills of humans who had survived Earth's deadliest worlds. They think power alone will win, Milo said quietly. They do not understand humans. They do not understand the Deathworlders. Lara pointed to the landscape below. We have traps set in the cliffs, tunnels ready for ambushes, and paths they cannot predict. They cannot fight what they cannot see or anticipate. We turn their strength against them. The colonists gathered in the underground facility, watching the humans move with confidence. Milo and Lara briefed them on the plan. Every person had a role. Every move was deliberate. The humans would not engage the aliens directly. Instead, they would manipulate the environment to force the aliens into disadvantageous positions. The first wave of alien troops entered a narrow canyon. Milo signaled engineers to trigger hidden explosives. Boulders fell, blocking paths and crushing vehicles. Smoke and dust covered the canyon, confusing the alien sensors. Small teams of humans attacked from hidden tunnels, disabling machinery and creating chaos. The aliens were stunned. Their large numbers and advanced technology could not overcome the clever use of terrain. Milo and Lara moved quickly, guiding the colonists through hidden paths to avoid danger while striking key targets. Every attack was precise, calculated, and devastating to the alien forces. Rena, the pilot, coordinated aerial support from a nearby ridge. Her drones flew silently, relaying information and drawing attention away from human teams. The aliens struggled to respond, unable to predict the humans' movements or the traps in the environment. Every strike counts, Lara reminded the team. We do not need to destroy everything at once. We weaken them gradually, forcing them to make mistakes. Milo led a strike team into the heart of an alien formation. Using narrow tunnels and underground passages, they disabled several vehicles without being seen. The aliens reacted slowly, their communication disrupted and morale faltering. Back in the underground facility, the colonists worked alongside the humans. They carried supplies, relayed messages, and helped guide escape routes. Even those who had once been afraid now moved with confidence, inspired by the humans' skill and courage. The alien commander, observing from above, grew frustrated. His forces were strong, but the humans' adaptability and cunning were unmatched. For the first time, he hesitated, unsure of how to proceed. The arrogance that had guided the alien empire now worked against it. Milo signaled to Lara. We push them into the central ravine. Once there, we use everything we have to control the fight. The team moved quickly, setting up additional traps and blocking potential escape routes. When the aliens entered the ravine, hidden explosives detonated, rock falls blocked paths, and ambushes struck from all sides. Panic spread among the alien troops. Their machines were damaged, their coordination broken, and their confidence shattered. Lara watched the chaos unfold. They cannot adapt as quickly as we can, she said. We survive in extremes. They do not. That is why we are winning. By evening, the first major counterattack had been repelled. Alien forces retreated, leaving behind destroyed vehicles and damaged equipment. The humans had not only survived but had gained valuable intelligence on the alien tactics. The colonists celebrated cautiously, knowing the battle was far from over, but feeling hope for the first time in weeks. Milo gathered the team and the colonists. Today we showed them that humans cannot be crushed by numbers or firepower alone. We use intelligence, strategy, and the environment to our advantage. That is what makes us different. That is why we endure. The alien forces regrouped at the edge of the ravine, their commanders discussing strategy. They had underestimated the humans from Earth's death worlds. They had assumed fear would dominate, but humans thrived on challenge. They adapted, learned, and struck back with precision. Milo looked at the retreating forces. "This is only the beginning," he said. "Tomorrow we continue. Every action we take weakens them further. Every move teaches them that humans are not ordinary. They cannot predict us, and they cannot break us." As night fell, the humans and colonists fortified their positions. Observation posts were set, traps checked, and communication lines strengthened. The alien counterattack had been fierce, but it had also revealed the limits of the enemy's understanding. Milo and Lara walked to the edge of a cliff, looking down at the ravine filled with scattered alien machines. "They do not see it yet," Lara said. "They cannot see the full strength of humans from death worlds." Milo nodded. "We endure. We adapt. And when the time comes, we will strike harder than they expect. This colony will survive. And the aliens will learn what it means to face humans who cannot be broken." The night was quiet, but the humans knew the war was far from over. The aliens would return, stronger and more determined. Yet, for the first time, humans and colonists alike knew that survival was not only possible, it was inevitable when humans from Earth's harshest world stood together. Dawn broke over the colony, casting pale light on the jagged landscape. Milo and Lara stood on the cliffs, studying the positions of the alien forces. Today would be the day of the full strike. The humans had survived ambushes, disrupted supply lines, and repelled counterattacks. Now they were ready to take the fight directly to the alien command center. "The aliens are disorganized," Lara said, pointing to the maps. "Their supply lines are cut, their patrols falter, and their communication is weak. We have the advantage, but we must move carefully. Every strike must be precise." Milo adjusted his gear, checking weapons and survival tools. "This is what humans from death worlds do best. We endure, adapt, and act when the time is right. Today, we strike not just to survive, but to win." The colonists gathered, ready to assist. They carried supplies, prepared ambush points, and guided the humans through hidden tunnels and paths. Fear had turned to determination. For the first time, the colonists felt part of the fight, not just survivors hoping for rescue. The strike began with small teams disabling key perimeter defenses. Engineers used explosives and collapsing tunnels to block alien reinforcements. Milo and Lara led a group through a rocky ravine, taking advantage of narrow paths that neutralized the aliens' numerical advantage. Every move was calculated. Every step was measured. Alien patrols rushed to respond, but the humans anticipated every action. They struck from hidden positions, using boulders, smoke, and precise fire to disrupt the enemy. The aliens were strong, but they could not match the humans' adaptability. Every encounter taught the humans more about the enemy's weaknesses. Rena coordinated drone support, creating diversions and monitoring enemy movements. Her drones guided small human teams to critical positions while keeping alien attention away from the main strike. The aliens struggled to respond to the complex and unexpected tactics of their opponents. By midday, the humans reached the outskirts of the alien command center. It was heavily fortified, with armored vehicles and advanced defenses. Milo studied the area, noting weak points in the perimeter. "We cannot charge indirectly," he said. "We use strategy, patience, and surprise. That is our strength." Lara led a diversion team to the east, drawing alien forces away from the command center. Explosions, smoke, and movement confused the alien sensors. Meanwhile, Milo and the strike team moved silently through hidden paths, approaching the heart of the enemy stronghold. Inside the tunnels, the humans moved with precision. Every step was coordinated. Every action was deliberate. They avoided unnecessary confrontation, disabling machinery and communication devices as they went. The alien forces were caught in a web of disruption they could not escape. As the humans reached the command center, they coordinated a simultaneous strike. Explosives disabled key machinery, while carefully placed traps prevented alien reinforcements from entering. Milo and Lara led the final push, using their knowledge of terrain and tactics to overwhelm the alien defenders. The aliens, despite their technology and strength, could not respond to the humans' combined strategy. Their command structure collapsed, and their forces began to retreat in confusion. Panic spread among their ranks as the humans moved with precision, striking at every opportunity. Colonists assisted by guiding remaining alien troops into traps and securing key areas. The unity between humans and colonists made the strike unstoppable. For the first time, the alien forces realized they were facing opponents who could not be defeated by power alone. Humans from Deathworlds were cunning, resilient, and relentless. By evening, the alien command center was neutralized. The remaining forces fled, leaving behind damaged vehicles and broken equipment. Milo and Lara surveyed the battlefield from a ridge, seeing the results of careful planning, courage, and human adaptability. "We did it," Lara said quietly, looking at the colonists celebrating below. "Not just surviving, but taking the fight to them. They thought they were invincible, but they underestimated us." Milo smiled. "This is what being a human from Earth's Deathworlds means. We endure, we adapt, and we strike when the time is right. The colony is safe, and the aliens have learned a lesson they will not forget." The colonists cheered, inspired by the humans' skill and determination. They had witnessed courage and strategy in action, and they understood that survival was possible. Hope had turned into confidence, and fear had been replaced by pride. As night fell, Milo and Lara organized patrols and secure positions, ensuring that any remaining alien forces could not regroup. The colony was safe for now, and the humans had proven the true strength of adaptability, courage, and teamwork. Milo looked over the horizon, thinking about the battles yet to come in the wider galaxy. "They underestimated humans," he said softly. "We are not just survivors. We are a force. And anywhere we go, hope and courage go with us." The humans settled in, exhausted but triumphant. The alien threat had been shattered, and the colony was safe. Earth's Deathworlders had not only survived, they had brought the fight to the enemy, and the morning sun bathed the colony in a soft golden light. Smoke from the previous battles had cleared, revealing the destruction left behind. Yet, amid the ruins, life stirred. Colonists moved through the streets, rebuilding homes, clearing debris, and restoring order. Milo and Lara walked among them, proud of what had been accomplished. "The aliens thought they could crush this place," Milo said, his eyes scanning the horizon. "They underestimated humans from Earth's Deathworlds. They assumed fear would dominate. They were wrong." Lara nodded. "We didn't just survive. We inspired hope." The colonists saw that courage and skill matter more than sheer power. That is a lesson that will last. The colonists gathered in the central plaza, their faces filled with relief and admiration. Children ran through cleared streets, laughing for the first time in weeks. Adults worked together to repair buildings and secure supplies. The humans had not only protected the colony but had shown them how to stand strong, even against overwhelming odds. Jaren, the older colonist who had once doubted the humans, approached Milo. "I was wrong," he admitted. "I thought hope was gone. You showed us that humans can survive anything. You taught us to fight back, to endure, and to trust ourselves." Milo placed a hand on his shoulder. "We all survive together. Courage is contagious. Today, you all have proven that. The colony is stronger because of what we did together." Lara turned to address the group. The aliens will think twice before attacking again. They have learned that humans cannot be defeated by force alone. They cannot predict us, and they cannot break us. This is just the beginning of what humanity can do across the galaxy. Across the ruins, engineers and medics worked tirelessly. Milo and Lara coordinated with the colonists to restore basic systems: power, water, and communication. The colony's survival depended not only on victory in battle but on rebuilding what had been lost. Meanwhile, reports from other colonies reached Milo and Lara. Word of the humans' strategy, courage, and skill had spread quickly. The story of Earth's Deathworlders, humans who could thrive in the harshest environments and turn danger into advantage, began to inspire other colonies across the stars. Allies saw humans as powerful partners, and even potential enemies began to fear underestimating them. Milo watched the sky, thinking about the future. This victory is more than just one colony, he said. It is a message. Humans are not just survivors. We are a force that can endure, adapt, and fight back wherever we are needed. Lara smiled. The galaxy will remember today. The aliens learned their lesson, and so will anyone who doubts humans. Courage, intelligence, and adaptability are our true weapons. As evening approached, Milo and Lara stood on a cliff overlooking the colony. Fires burned in controlled zones, signaling safety and life returning to the streets. The stars began to appear, bright and clear in the night sky. You think they will ever try again? Lara asked. Milo shook his head. Perhaps. But now, they know what humans can do. They know we survive in places they cannot. They know that we fight with more than weapons. We fight with our minds, our courage, and our ability to endure. That is something no technology can match. The colonists joined them on the cliff, looking out at the recovered city and the quiet plains beyond. Milo saw hope shining in their eyes, a reflection of what he felt within. Humanity had shown strength, resilience, and ingenuity. They had turned fear into courage, and desperation into victory. Jaren spoke again, his voice filled with awe. Your kind comes from harsh worlds and yet thrives. You faced impossible odds and showed us how to endure. We will never forget this. Milo smiled. You don't need to forget. You need to continue. What you learned here can help others. Survival, adaptation, and courage are not limited to us. They can be part of everyone who chooses to stand and fight. As the night settled, Milo and Lara watched the colony from above. Fires burned softly, children laughed in safe streets, and humans and colonists alike celebrated their first real victory. The alien forces had been annihilated, their plans shattered, and their arrogance proven wrong. This is what being a human from a death world means, Milo said quietly. We endure, we adapt, we strike when necessary, and we inspire hope wherever we go. That is why we survive. That is why we are unstoppable. Lara nodded. And the galaxy will remember. They will see that humans do not yield. They do not falter. And when we face them again, they will know that underestimating humans is a mistake they cannot afford. The stars twinkled above, silent witnesses to humanity's victory. Across the galaxy, the story of Earth's Deathworlders would spread, a tale of courage, adaptability, and unyielding spirit. Humans had not only saved a colony, they had shown what it meant to be unstoppable. Milo and Lara turned back toward the colony, ready to help rebuild, guide, and protect. The battle was over, but the legacy had just begun. Humanity had endured, and the universe would never forget the power of Earth's Deathworlders.